Hey guys, I'm Dimension Jumper. Welcome back to another general discussion type video. It has been a while since I've made one of these kinds of videos. I don't 100% remember when the last one I made one. It might have been back, last year maybe? Or the year before that. And as of recording this video, Nintendo has recently released their latest Nintendo Direct. And one of the games that was shown at the very end was Breath of the Wild 2. And I can say we can finally stop calling it Breath of the Wild 2 or the sequel to Breath of the Wild or BOTW2. Strange as it may be, we finally got a title, that being Tears of the Kingdom. And this title is fantastic. It sounds fantastic, it looks fantastic, and hopefully when the game releases, it's gonna be fantastic because we did not know prior to the direct what the title of Breath of the Wild 2 was going to be, and now we know, that being Tears of the Kingdom. And this video is just going to be me basically sharing my thoughts and feelings about the title, the new trailer that we saw, as well as some of the things that we might see over the next few months prior to its release, because there was a release date, that being the 12th of May of next year, which is basically 5 years and 2 months since the original release of the first Breath of the Wild game, which is quite cool. So to start off with, my thoughts and feelings on the new trailer. So I think the trailer, from what I've seen and from pretty much from what everyone else has seen, it looks awesome. It looks so amazing, and it's made me more hype or more excited to play the game, because even though Breath of the Wild had, prior to its release, had some cool trailers and stuff like that, I feel like there was some hype. There was a lot of hype for the game because there was a huge open world, and I feel like there was some hype, but due to the delays, the game being on both the Wii U and the Switch, there was some hype. But for this game, I think I'm personally more hyped for this game because there's only been, if we combine the delays, if we look at the delays for both Breath of the Wild and Breath of the Wild 2 or Tears of the Kingdom, I'm gonna flip flop between Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, because it's been that long since we have seen a title. I'm gonna flip flop between the two titles. But it has been when it comes to Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, there have been not that many. Well, there have been the delays have been fairly different, because with Breath of the Wild, it was originally for release. I think it was originally going to be released back in 2014, 2015, maybe 2016, maybe. I don't know how to remember. But then there was a lot of delays, and then it was delayed until 2017. That was about the time the Switch was announced and revealed and stuff like that. And then when it was released, Breath of the Wild was the main game for that console. I think one of the reasons why the Switch was so popular. Maybe some other reasons, maybe the whole motion control thing, maybe the whole take it around you anywhere as you go, that sort of thing. But yeah, I think Breath of the Wild, when it was released, got high acclaim. Now with the Tears of Kingdom, I feel like from what we've seen, it's going to be 10 times the excitement, because this is going to be a whole lot darker in terms of the story than it was in Breath of the Wild. Because with Breath of the Wild, it's just save Zelda, free the 4 divine beasts. That is it. Now with Breath of the Wild 2 is Tears of Kingdom. Now with the Tears of Kingdom, we know that Ganondorf is making his return, and the Sky Islands, and there's just so much stuff in this game that's going to blow positively Breath of the Wild out of the water. Now, there are a lot of hype going on with the Tears of Kingdom, and there is a possibility that when the game is released, when the game is going to be released in May of next year, there might be a possibility that the hype around this game might not be as expected because of what we expected. When we saw the trailers for it when it was back when the first one was released back in 2019 or so, and then we got some more information about the game. That the first one being Ganondorf, another one being that the Master Sword had been broken, and Link's new outfit, and also the Sky Islands, and a variety of other things that we have seen from the trailers. And yeah, it looks fun, it looks interesting, it looks cool, and with the new trailer, I feel like the hype has brought for the game, for Tears of Kingdom, has brought that hype up 100 times more than it was back when we saw the extra 5 seconds when AG Numa said that the game had been delayed for spring of next year. And yeah, I would say that one of the possibilities for this game is that I'm not saying it's going to be 100% on the nose, but if the game is released and it isn't as a success as Breath of the Wild, and the hype wasn't as the hype I'm trying to say is that the hype is trying to might go down a bit, maybe 50%, 40%, maybe 60%. I'm not 100% sure, but maybe if the game is released and it's not up to expectations of what people might have hyped it up for, maybe the hype for the game and the expectations might go down a bit. But if it's released and there's a lot of expectations and there's expectations and the hype is met, then maybe maybe Tears of the Kingdom will be 100 times better than Breath of the Wild. We're not 100% sure yet. So yeah, and for when we might hear some extra news about the game, maybe the Game Awards, maybe if not, maybe when we next get a direct, maybe February, March time, maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but there could be a possibility if we don't get to see more of Breath of doing it again, Breath of the Wild 2. If we don't hear any more news about Tears of the Kingdom from the Game Awards that's in the next few months or so, then I'm guessing that we're gonna get more news in a direct, maybe in February, March time of next year, maybe, and then, or maybe we can get some more news from the Game Awards, and then one final trailer in the direct of February, March time of next year, maybe. It could be a combination of the both. So yeah, so that's been my overall thoughts and feelings about the whole Breath of the Wild 2, or Tears of the Kingdom trailer that was being released. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.